Welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free from narcissistic abuse with quantum tools and understandings. Recovery from narcissistic abuse is such a big thing that is one of the hardest things that we will ever have to do because there are crippling feelings to deal with. Not only is there the death of the dreams that we thought we were going to be living with this person and the shock of what this person is capable of, the fallout due to the smearing, the losses of finance, resources, and our health, which are all the usual symptoms of narcissistic abuse. There is now also, as well, the dreaded pain of the reality of our life now as we look at the rubble of it on the floor all around us. And I believe that there are three overwhelmingly painful and traumatizing feelings that we're suffering regardless of the practicalities and real life battle that we are facing. And these are isolation, fear, and loneliness. So let's have a look at isolation, that aspect of it. We feel so alone with all of this. We want to clutch onto someone or something to help us, yet they can't. We feel shameful, defective, and broken, and that no one can really understand us. So many people in our life simply can't get it. They either don't see what the narcissist has done or tragically side with him or her, or if they are with us, they just tell us to get over it. Additionally, maybe we've been hiding from others what is really going on, or we simply haven't been able to face them. Perhaps we've been so reliant on, trapped with, and trauma bonded to the narcissist that we don't know how to connect and relate to other people anymore. Now that the narcissist is gone, we may feel like we are dying without their presence because we feel so emptied out and incapable of looking after ourselves and generating our own life. And this may shock us, especially if we've been a person who previously prided ourselves on being strong and being seen by others as capable. Now, horrifyingly, we may feel like a man or woman stranded in the middle of a barren desert where no one is coming and there are no resources available for us. Initially, after narcissistic abuse, we may feel like the only person on the planet who suffered this, and we feel so low and shattered. But I promise you that we aren't. There are so many people who've experienced these common feelings of utter helplessness, hopelessness, and being hooked, addicted, obsessed. And like life will never be okay again. Soon we're going to look at how we can recover from this, but before we do, let's check out the fear. The feelings of fear that engulf us because of narcissistic abuse are akin to a literal soul fracture. Everything that we believed about ourselves, others, and life has been turned upside down and inside out. And what terrifies us the most is we don't know who we are anymore other than this screaming agony inside us, which is letting us know that something is terribly wrong with us. It's very scary when we can't just get on with our life as normal and we have no idea how we're even going to feel normal again. These questions haunt us. Why can't I just get on with it? Why can't I just forget what happened? Why can't I let go of the urge to reconnect with this person who I know is or was destroying me? Why can't I get them out of my head no matter what I do? There are reasons for all of this which our normal human conditioning hasn't taught us about. Reasons that we only start discovering and releasing ourselves from when we go deeper than the standard faux solutions, which is to do or take something so that these feelings stop. The pain of narcissistic abuse is terrible and inevitable, but it only becomes and remains chronic suffering if we miss exactly what this pain is all about. Emotional pain is no different to a baby crying, a ceiling dripping, or your car engine making grinding noises. It means something requires attention here, and if it doesn't get your attention, then there will be a bigger problem soon, such as nappy rash, ruined carpet and furniture, and your car engine stopping. The phenomenon of narcissistic abuse is a soul healing opportunity at the highest level. When we're carrying traumas and false beliefs that are not our true self, that unconsciously keep us trapped and rolling around with these people, rather than leaving and looking after ourselves, we continue to be abused with the evidence of these continuing traumas and painful beliefs. This hurts like hell. Our unhealed old wounds are ripped open repeatedly. The more we look to the narcissist as a solution and try and change and fix them to stop the fear and pain, the harder these wounds get smashed open. Finally, when the relationship ends, we're left with the wounds and the aftermath of the abuse of being out of alignment with our true selves and true life and trying to fruitlessly hold a false self responsible for it. We are the victim. We feel ripped off, devastated, cheated, and deeply abused. This is all a part of the normal feelings and trauma until we realize the truth. This person is showing you those insecure, unhealed parts within yourself that weren't anchored yet in your own power to be the source of your own life, generating your own life with the healthy components and people of life, regardless of what any other people are or aren't doing. The terrible, shocking fear we feel, I promise you, is this: our inner being knowing we have not yet turned inwards to self-partner, and that no one is at the helm, and that looking outwards to false sources only means more pain and destruction is coming. Now let's check out loneliness. We may believe that loneliness confirms that we're unloved, unworthy of love, and all alone because of this. In our conditioned human makeup, we may have believed that our worth is what other people reflect to us. Yet this is such a false premise. It is in the loneliness that occurs because of narcissistic abuse that we can finally discover the key to our true emancipation and be released from the old self of abuse and powerlessness to the new self of freedom and powerfulness. Let me explain. This is how we start the process. And I want you to say this declaration with me. I, my name, am going to turn my loneliness into the greatest mission, connection and love for myself that will heal all of my life from here onwards, and so it is. You may want to stop that, replay it, and say it a few times to really let it resonate through you. How does this feel in your body? And you may want to write this down in your journal and date it to make it really concrete for you. Now let's dive into this. Let's have a look at it. We will never overcome our traumas and limitations until we embrace loneliness, because within it, we establish the most vital relationship that we ever will have, which is the relationship that we're having with ourselves. At the quantum level, everyone who is in your experience is reflecting back a part of you. And many people get this confused when they say, "What? You're telling me I'm a bad person because I've been with a narcissist?" That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that people treat us and we stay attached to the treatment that matches how we treat ourselves. Therefore, if we invalidate and are hard on ourselves, then we accept people who treat us the same way. If we don't love and accept ourselves and expect ourselves to be perfect, then for another, we will never be good enough. If we self-abandon and self-avoid ourselves with distractions and addictions when we're in emotional distress, then we gravitate to others who will abandon and replace us when we need them too. So within, so without. Please don't for one moment think that if you clean this up that the narcissist would be different. That's not what I'm saying. Narcissists are narcissists. What I'm trying to help you understand is that if we're not having a true and loving relationship with ourselves, then we are susceptible to getting with false selves who will smash us with our own unhealed wounds as hard as it takes until we turn inwards to free ourselves from them. How do we heal and create a healthy connection to life and others again? By firstly connecting to ourselves. In the past, when we had traumatic events and problems, we may have been able to get up and get moving and recommence despite the pain. Narcissistic abuse is different. This time trying to do that doesn't work. And it's not meant to. Because rather than self-avoid and self-abandon the inner screams of pain, it's now time to honor, come, heal this. When we dedicate to the truth and we start leaning inwards to those unhealed places of ourselves to heal them back to wholeness and well-being, the pain stops and the incredible feelings of growth, expansion, wisdom, resolution, and gratitude begin. If the feeling of pain, of the breakdown of your life from narcissistic abuse is a 10 out of 10 on the scale, then I promise you the breakthrough feelings on the other side are a 10 out of 10 of even greater magnitude. I know it's the hardest thing you could ever do, meet yourself and heal. Yet is the one action of your life that will yield the biggest results of your entire life. I and many thousands of people in this community have discovered through embracing loneliness and turning it into intense, devoted self-healing dedication that we've emerged as the joyful, confident, capable, whole people that we always wanted to be, and our life started to truly work. What is so beautiful about this community is that you don't need to feel like you're alone. We intimately understand what you're going through, and we help support you to help yourself in ways that mean you will not feel nearly as isolated whilst you're learning how to self-partner and free yourself from the fear and the pain. And I know that you may not have any idea yet how you're going to heal from the terrible fear and pain. And that's okay, you don't need to. I'm going to show you how. I've been helping people do this for real for more than 10 years now. The first step is by connecting to my free inner transformational 16-day recovery course, which includes an invitation to a healing workshop with me, a set of ebooks, and lots more. And to access these, all you need to do is click the link at the top right of this video. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you like and subscribe so you get notified as soon as each new video is released. And as always, I'd love to have a conversation about this video. So please scroll down and share with me what was the greatest aha moment you had as a result of watching this video today. So until next time, you know how it goes. Keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there's nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.